What makes Olowalu such a special reef compared to other spots on Maui?
Olowalu is, for one thing, it's a huge reef. I think it's 1,000 acres of reef. We go to this little area right here, but the water is crystal clear a lot of times, and they have really huge old coral heads that are kind of like it's like a little city underwater because there's like sand and channels in between the huge coral heads, which gives it kind of a different look to a lot of the other coral around Maui. And it's the mother reef, so this is where the coral all around Maui County is coming from. So that's pretty cool to know.
Just how big and vast this is. You get to see all kinds of different things: turtles, fish, eels, all in this one spot, and it's huge. It stretches from Olowalu itself down to McGregor's almost, so it's really special. Mother Reef. So Olowalu is massive to begin with. It's just a huge, huge reef. It's also known as the Mother Reef. It's so expansive that as the currents pass by, as the reef spawns, the currents take that spawn to other locations on the island, and so Olowalu is responsible for the health of a lot of other reef locations around the island. More recently, they think that it's actually considered a super reef, and they're starting to study it to see if the resistance that Olowalu shows to changing ocean conditions can be kind of used as a learning opportunity for other reefs around the world. So it's kind of cool to have science happening right in your backyard.
What's your favorite snorkel stop on the Discover West Maui and why?
Mala is almost always a guaranteed good time. It has so much wildlife there. Has a cool history, a sunken pier, so you have a lot of really cool little caves and places for the fish and other creatures to hide, and most of the time we see turtles there, which everybody's always excited to see the turtles. I also really like Coral Gardens, which is around the corner, because you can't really get to that spot without being on a boat, so it's usually a pretty exclusive spot to go and check out.
My favorite stop on West Maui is the Mala stop. An overabundance of turtles, but also I love the sharks that are out there. They're so cool to swim with. I think probably my favorite is when we get to go to Coral Gardens. It's nice and tucked into a cove. The coral's really beautiful, and there's a turtle cleaning station there. So we can send our guests over to basically like the turtle car wash.
What's your favorite marine life to see on this tour?
I always get really excited when we see the dolphins. There's a few different species of dolphins that you can potentially see out here. One is a little more special because they're endemic to Hawaii. That's the spinner dolphin. And they have big pods of a couple hundred dolphins. They're jumping out of the water. They're really active. They swim in front of the boat. They're really beautiful, really smart animals. So yeah, I always get excited to see the dolphins.
When I get to see an octopus, I'm really proud of myself because I'm really bad at finding them. So I get really excited when I actually spot those guys. They camouflage so well that they're hard to find. So I get excited when I see those guys.